Funding for this video is brought to you in part by Atlas Coffee Club and from viewers like you. Thank you. Hot.
What's up, punks? And welcome to video. We are in sports mode today because we have some serious business to attend to. First order of business is the giantest, greatest, grandest, hugest of thank yous to everybody for being so patient and understanding about me missing last week's video. My health has taken a very serious decline. Please do not give me any unsolicited health advice in the comments. Thank you. And also there was a death in the family, so the week was just a lot. And it made it so it wasn't very possible to complete a video. So I appreciate everyone being so nice. Thank you for being so nice. So as always, when I miss a video, I try to make the next one nice and long, nice and spicy. So it's gonna get spicy. I try my best to upload every single week. I feel like it's just such a good system for my little rat brain, for y'all's little rat brains. We've all got little rat brains. We like routine, we like consistency. It feels good. Life's just been a mess, so we have a whole charcuterie of life experiences to nibble on in today's video. So hi, here we are with me, Allie from the future here, to help splice together all these little moments into something mildly cohesive. But before we dive into all of that, let's make a nice warm cup of something, crank the cozy up to 11, and hear from today's sponsor, who is none other than Atlas Coffee Club. I think this is the perfect subscription service for this channel because who doesn't love to sip on something warm and cozy while you're nestled up with a book? Am I right? What Atlas offers is a curated coffee selection from over 50 countries around the globe, which keeps you tastily on your toes because each place holds a completely different and delicious flavor profile for your taste buds to discover. What makes the service so great is that every single bag of coffee is perfectly tailored to you and your preferences. You can select if you want whole beans or ground, or if you use a drip machine or a French press. And most importantly, you can have the deliveries fit your schedule with easy flexibility to pick a frequency that matches your life the best. Plus, it's all roasted to order, so all your beans, all your grounds, they will arrive to you fresh, guaranteed. As a subscriber, you get the following: coffee from a new country, a postcard from where the coffee is from, and a card that will provide some context and tasting notes so you'll know what makes what's in your mug so special that month. The beans that Lawrence and I usually buy are from Brazil, so we were so stoked to see that there were 2 different bags of Brazilian coffee in our box this month. But there was also a bag of Ecuadorian coffee, so it was a perfect combination of staying in our comfort zone, knowing we're getting something we love, and also dipping our toes into new uncharted territory. So if you'd like to join the club, all you have to do is click the link in the description box below, fill out how you like to make your coffee, and use code AllisonPages to get 50% off your first bag of beans or grounds, or however you make your coffee. There's no judgment here. Thank you so much, Atlas Coffee Club, for sponsoring today's video, for providing the go-go bean juice necessary to sit, sip, and go over all of these stories. Okay, now let's talk some business. I've been trying to make a vlog for y'all for a hot minute. Things keep going wrong. That has been the theme for 2023, and I hope that it ends once the spring has sprung. That's what we're banking on here. First things first, let's talk about the elephant of the room, or the chair of the room. The chair and the elephant in the room. I have a chair. You've probably already seen this chair on the channel already. You might have even seen my cat sitting on it on Instagram.com. Something is brewing. A change is happening. I got this chair for that change. I thought, how fun. Let's make a little vlog where I get a little tattoo and I get a little chair, and it'll be so fun, so fresh. Wrong. I've had my eyes peeled for months on more affordable furniture options, like IKEA, for example. But for whatever reason, if you want a green lounge chair on IKEA.com, you have to spend like 400 euros. Excuse me. What? Is this normal? This wasn't chiseled by somebody's grandmother with her carefully crafted hands and skills. No. Luckily, one day while I was thrifting, I came across this bad boy. She's a beaut. Real wood. Details. Nice and green, nice and broken in. $40. Hold for applause. Getting her home was a bit of a challenge in and of itself. Remember, we do not have a car. We lugged her home ourselves for like an hour. Arrived at our apartment, sweaty, out of breath, slightly discouraged, but excited that the adventure was nearly over. Wrong part 2, because the elevator was broken. What in the Reese's Peanut Butter Big Bang Theory is this? We had to lug this ancient, real wood, mighty, massive, weighted chair up 5+ flights of stairs. But we did it! We did it! So yes, it may be a reoccurring theme in the vlogs to have any and all adversities thrown at us despite our best efforts. But you know what? We come out triumphant despite any and all trials and tribulations. Speaking of trials, let's talk about my new tattoo, shall we? Again, I thought everyone loves a good tattoo sequence. I love a good tattoo sequence. So fun. Wrong part 3. I've been wanting to get my sternum tattooed for years, but I felt like such a coward. And I finally made the appointment. And finally, the clock rung. Tattoo time. Hello. I am getting my sternum tattooed today. I'm so nervous. I wore a nice big shirt so then when I'm wrapped up like day-old leftovers and sent out to commute home, I won't have any fabric hurting me. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. I don't know how I'm supposed to share this experience with y'all because it's in a very intimate place, but we'll see what we could do. I'm so afraid. I haven't been nervous about a tattoo in a long time. I'm a pretty heavily tattooed person, and honestly, the only places that sucked majorly to get tattooed is right here, like near your armpit, and right here by your elbow. Anywhere that involves bone, not great. This is all bone. I'm so scared. But it'll be over before I know it. And then I went off to Ghent. What a fun adventure, such a fun memory. But I didn't get a lot of clips because the tattoo was in such an intimate spot. But I did get this great video of a banana that was left to drown in this puddle. Hello, darkness, my old friend. But this experience as a whole, how much do I share? Okay, what have I got to lose? My dignity? Pish posh. Okay, so you know how people say that hot girls either have head problems or tummy troubles? Well, consider me the hottest girl in school because I've got both IBS and migraines for days, baby. Hot girls, we had problems too. And so, the evening before the tattoo, we were running low on groceries. I had some ramen for dinner. There's no shame in that, but the thing is, I love myself, perhaps too much. Meaning, I'm not just gonna eat ramen noodles. I'm gonna put some kimchi on the side. Kimchi is a required component of this meal, in my humble opinion. I wasn't gonna abandon my principles, you know, the foundational philosophies of my being, just to avoid a little bit of discomfort during a tattoo. Right? Wrong. I wish I did. Oh boy, I wish I did. For the sweet summer children at home, kimchi is a fermented cabbage, spicy garlicky concoction who is a mortal enemy to IBS, at least my IBS. And so the absolute chemical warfare that I held back with all of my might for the entirety of this 3 to 4 hour tattooing experience. I deserve the Nobel Peace Prize, y'all. To have one of the worst war crimes to ever grace this green earth brewing in my body and attempting to break free from the confines of said bodily prison, all to be held back by just one small girl. A battle. But the battle was won. But keep in mind, however, that during said battle, I simultaneously have needles puncturing my bones and organs. Not literally, it stays in your skin, but you know what I mean. It's in that area. Absolute hellfire. Oh my gosh. You know how when you get a tattoo and when it's all said and done, you have this like adrenaline rush and you think to yourself, oh my god, when's the next one? I can't wait, I survived. That was not the reality for me this time. No, sir. I have never been so humbled in my entire life. I left that appointment completely convinced that I would never set foot in a tattoo studio again. Sure, it was exacerbated by my passions for fermented food and my gut's refusal of such luxuries, but still. I waddled to that train station with a day's worth of farts pushed up to my neck. Humbling, truly humbling. And so yeah, I don't have a lot of footage whatsoever because I was fighting for my life in there. I was trying to maintain the balance of the relationship of me and my artist. I was not about to blast her out of her own studio. And also, I'm not really showing much because it was under my boobs and I don't want to be perceived. If anyone makes any sexual comments about me, ew, there's the door. I will block you. Being silent is free. But this is what she looks like, heavily censored. I love it. It was worth it. Was it one of the hardest things I've ever had to go through? Yes. Was that partially my fault? Yes. Do I care? No. The theme of this tale is don't eat kimchi before a tattoo. Avoid the ferments if you're getting needles in your abdomen. Free life lesson for you. And in other news, I'm in the process of becoming a Belgian citizen. If you didn't already know, hi, my name is Ellie. I moved to Belgium when I was 21 to marry my now husband in 2016, and I've been here surviving, thriving, vibing, and trying to figure out my life ever since. This means that I've lived here for over 6 years, which means I am eligible to become a citizen. I will soon possess not one, but two, count them, two passports. Which is wild because I finally started to nestle into this country and finding my place here. I've kind of got my groove, I've got my work, thanks to kind sponsors and all the wonderful people at patreon.com. I see you, I love you, thank you. I've even got some friends. Oh, speaking of friends, a couple of weeks ago we went to Antwerp. If you ever find yourself in Belgium, you go to this restaurant in Antwerp called El Gato Gordo. This is my favorite restaurant in Belgium, hands down, no questions asked, point blank period. Mexican food in Belgium is borderline impossible to find. They have this thing called French tacos, whatever that is. Offensive is what it is. But this place, heavenly, divine. The people who work there, so nice. The food transports you out your trousers. It's that good. I'm getting way off topic. I was just so emotionally and spiritually moved by this place that I needed to let y'all know. The point is that I'm living in Belgium. I'm functioning in Belgium, finally. My Dutch is getting so much better. I'm back in Dutch classes. Oh yeah, I'm back in Dutch classes. So much can change in just a few weeks. We'll get more into that in a video or two. I tend to have a backlog of footage so then we don't miss videos, but joke's on us because hello, we missed last week. Sometimes your body betrays betrays you, sometimes circumstances betray you, and you know what? That's showbiz, baby. Anyway, the point is, I have a chair, I have a hot girl tattoo that I earned despite my hot girl stomach issues, and I'm becoming a Belgian citizen. Those are the big things. As for the rest of this video, I think I can kind of stitch it together into some kind of cohesive experience, hopefully. So you will now part ways with future Allie. We're gonna travel back in the past and commence the vlog. We read 3 books. Hello? 3 books in this video. We'll talk about them at the end. I will return soon. I'll miss you. Bye.
Here we are. Yes, another week.
Hi. I am just so over it. I'm so over it. I'm over everything. And all I want to do is sit and mope, but that's not gonna get us anywhere. Now is it? I've convinced myself that if I go used bookstore shopping and then hit the gym, that all my problems will be solved. Is this the truth? Maybe. Maybe I shouldn't go anywhere. I think I'm just asking for trouble leaving the house, to be honest. Because for the past few months, every time I try and like force myself to do the healthy thing, to do the good thing, to be productive, to take care of myself, I just get pushed right back down. Like the other day, I was editing all day and I was like, Lawrence, we should go for a walk. We should get some fresh air and be healthy. And then I hit my head so hard on a construction sign that I was seeing stars. In the last vlog, I was like, oh my God, let's be productive. Let's do some drawing. Let's make a really nice cup of tea. Let's treat ourselves. And then I spilled that entire cup of tea all over my laptop. And that's just how it's been for a long time. Like, what horrors await us outside of that front door?
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
So that's that. Let's do it. Hello everybody, it is the next day. It turns out that I was coming down with the cold that Lawrence had, and so technically going to the gym did make things worse.
Life could be worse. No, not really. This is the worst.
This is the worst.
This is the worst.
I sat in bed all day yesterday because I had a migraine and got a lot of sleep, which was great. And here we are today. We're a little sick, which isn't great, but it happens. I thought it would be fun to do a little book haul because I spent like 2 hours at the used bookstore yesterday and I found some gems and I'm very excited. The first book I found was The Guest List by Lucy Foley. I've read one book by Lucy Foley, The Paris Apartment. I thought it was fine. I thought it was okay. But everyone says The Guest List and The Hunting Party are the 2 it books, the 2 Lucy Foley books that everyone loves. I do already have The Hunting Party. I do want to read it in the winter though because it is a winter thriller. This one, however, takes place on an island, so this would be a fun summer thriller. This is about a wedding party and people keep dying and you don't know who's doing the dying. Solid find. I also found The Punishment by Tahar Ben Jaloun, which is a memoir about this young political protester who was arrested in Morocco, and apparently the punishment, I'm sorry, my brain is still not functioning. His punishment was to be in the armed forces, like to be in the military of Morocco. And so this is a nice short memoir about that experience. I didn't know that that was a thing, and I love reading books that teach me new things, so no brainer. I've never heard of this one, and that's another thing I love about bookstores is finding books you've never heard of and picking them up without any influence from others, you know? This is also a book that I've never heard of. The Wind in the Willows. Apparently it's a slow, cozy animal classic. I've never heard of this one. I guess it's about a mole and a badger and a toad, and they go on little slow adventures, and there's little drawings. This seems right up my alley. How have I never heard of this? But I found her used. Very exciting. I'm very excited. The next 2 I'm really stoked about because they're like old vintagey. Like, look at this one, The Middle Ground, with this beautiful oil painting, and the pages are nice and yellowed. This is a character study about a housewife, apparently really slow and really boring, and so it sounds exactly like something I would like. But this one, look at these 2 little ladies. How incredible is this little photo? This is about 2 widowers who decide that they're gonna go on a cruise after their partners die. It's just very rare to find a book that is from the perspective of someone older. I'm jazzed about this. Those are the 5 books that I found at the used bookstore yesterday. Sorry the energy is low. She is ill. Hoping this doesn't get any worse than it already is because I have things to do. I'm sweaty and clammy and icky, but we got new books.
We've got a cup of tea and our favorite goose mug. It's gonna be fine. Let's see what we can get done editing wise, and then I'd like to get some reading done if this Dayquil kicks in and my head hurts a little bit less. So that's that. I feel like this hairdo falling apart. I did a few hours of editing and some Patreon stuff and making our new end card. Very exciting stuff, but I don't feel good. I'm so mad because the sky is actually blue for the first time in like literal months. I hate being sick. My head is warm. I think I might go sit on the couch for a little bit. No, I have to finish. I'm gonna at least finish what I'm doing and then we'll go on the couch. I just got done finishing the end card for February. We are not in sports mode. No, sir. I feel like I'm gonna throw up, and I also feel like I'm not here physically, spiritually, or otherwise. So I'm gonna make some miso soup because I am so sick. This is what you're gonna need. Now we can get into sports mode. We're getting something done now. Tofu that you've pressed so it can absorb more flavor. Gonna want a pot. Where am I? Who am I? Pot. Fill it with water. This is not an official, legitimate miso recipe. I'm a salty bitch, so I'm gonna be putting a block of veggie bouillon into the pot. Then all you need is miso paste, your tofu, some dried seaweed. This is the more expensive one. We're gonna try the cheaper one just to see. And again, not an official recipe. There aren't usually noodles in miso soup from my knowledge, which is very limited, but I like to put udon noodles in there because I just love me a good nood, you know? And that's it. Wonderful. I'm not here. Too hot. Good morning, welcome to day 3 of being sick. I spent the morning editing. I am determined to not let this take me out, but I'm still taking it easy. We haven't talked about what I'm reading yet. What a bad reading vlogger, am I right? I am currently buddy reading The Gifts of Imperfection with Sally, which is a nonfiction about how we are all flawed and how to embrace those flaws to cultivate the ultimate amount of self-love, which will in turn give you love from others, I think. There are 10 guideposts. This whole bit was just the intro, and now this is the, I guess, 10 agreements. And there was a quiz that I took in the beginning of reading this to see where your weaknesses are, so it just made it feel very practical, applicable. Great, very exciting. We might finish her today because we honestly only have 100 pages left, which should take us no time. And then I'm also reading The Book of Goose by Yiyun Lee, and it is a female friendship story that takes place in the early 1900s in France. It's written very beautifully, but I have just not had my thinking cap on to create characters and spaces. Since we knocked out a few hours of editing this morning, I think I'm going to kick back with some soup and my books and try and feel better. Let's get through these final days together. Hello! I read the first 5 guideposts in Brené Brown's The Gifts of Imperfection, so I have 5 left. Just about 40 pages remain, so we're totally gonna finish this today. I am taking extensive notes. I quite like this book. There's just something about the flavor of a self-help book written by a woman. You know what I mean? It really do be hitting different. The main takeaway that I'm getting from this is that your girl needs to learn how to meditate, and your girl needs to do yoga more. Not that this book flat out says to do that, but I'm just stepping away from this book thinking that those are the things that I need to implement into my practice more to improve all of these guideposts. I think my weakest areas in regards to the first 5 is that I absolutely suck at letting go of the need for certainty. I will absolutely spiral if I don't know exactly how something's going to be. So your girl just needs to be more mindful. I need to just get better at not checking this addictive rectangle that I have. I'm starting to feel a little better. I do believe that I have what it takes to straighten up my house, do some chores. So let's do that. to be 2 teaspoons of baking powder.
Yeah.
I doubled the recipe.
Yeah.
I did 4 tablespoons.
That's gonna be a very
Yeah.
big cake.
It's sinking in the middle, and I googled why that could be, and
Yeah.
it said maybe too much baking powder, and I looked at the recipe and it does say teaspoons, not tablespoons.
Okay. Yep.
Oh well.
We'll see.
So I'm sitting on the floor now, just watching my cake sink further and further in the middle. I'm just gonna read down here because I can't not keep an eye on this. You know what I'm not doing a good job of right now? Letting go of the need for certainty. I need to know that my cake is okay. I'm sorry, Dr. Brown. I need to know. We're meeting in the middle. I'm gonna occupy my mind, but also shush. Lauren, come have a slice of the butt crack cake. It'll taste good.
No, it does.
Miss Bellum. It's a crumble cake. That's a thing. Good morning. Good morning. I'm gonna be honest. Yesterday, a lot of my time was spent looking up ways to get my bachelor's degree. I was comparing all these different colleges and just looking for a way to get my degree online because I would have to, you know, do work and balance health to get it done. And I found the most affordable option. It seemed so cool, so great, but it's still just not feasible. It is still just so expensive. And I cried. I cried a lot. If you're not new here, you know how important school is to me. I think school is such an honor. It's such a privilege. It's so magical and wonderful. I have always been such a fan of school. I remember the first day I had to miss school. It was our first library day in kindergarten. It was a Tuesday, and I was so heartbroken that I had to stay home. Attendance has always been something I struggled with a little bit because of health and overstimulation and overwhelm, but I've always had good grades because I care about the learning aspect so much, and I just needed to mourn, I guess, and cry a lot because I didn't know that I was autistic until not even a year ago. I just felt so bad for little Allie who didn't have any answers and just struggled so much for no reason. I just kind of never got a fair shot, and I just want to do school so badly. I don't want to seem ungrateful. I love my life so much. I have so much good going on. This is just something that I've always struggled with and that I just want to accomplish so bad, and yeah, it's discouraging to say the least. If anyone wants to be my sugar daddy, let me know. So today what I think we should do is focus on gratitude. I'm gonna meet up with a friend. We're gonna go to the farmer's market and buy some flowers, maybe get some hot chocolate somewhere, you know, just have a really nice day. And I'm just gonna think about all of the good things that are going right. We cried it out yesterday. Now today we pick ourselves back up. Shall we? Yes. I'm so tired. I haven't left the house in a long time. We got some tulips, as you saw. We got some hot chocolate, but we also went thrifting, and I got, let me show you. I found this cute long skirt for Valentine's Day. Lawrence and I are going on a date, and I thought I could wear something nice. Look at how cute. It was half off at the thrift store today. But the biggest win, I'm gonna have to say, I was looking for an oversized denim shirt to recreate this look from my Pinterest. And not only did we find a great denim shirt, but it's a great denim shirt with a fish embroidered on it. I mean, come on. Yeah! So that was that. That was today. It was a good day. It was what I needed. I needed to get out of my house. I needed to get out of my head. I needed to have small little thrifty wins, you know? But also I ordered some books. It was a little while ago. I got A Room of One's Own by Virginia Woolf. What a cute cover. I had no idea that she was so small. And also I had no idea that she had gold. Ah, it's so cute. Oh my God. Wait, don't leave. Ah, I just took the dust jacket off of my Virginia Woolf book. Can you see that? She doesn't have a degree, but she has this. And then got 2 books by the same author because somebody recommended them in my last video where I asked for nonfiction, spiritual type books that changed your life or at least your perspective. We've got The Miracle of Mindfulness, which is an introduction to meditation. I really want to become a meditation girl. Being alone with my own thoughts in silence, pretty scary. But then we've also got Taming the Tiger Within, meditations on transforming difficult emotions. Hello. We got those. Today's a good day. We went thrifting, we got flowers, we came home to some books. We may have cried 4 hours yesterday, but today I'm gonna consider it a win.
Welcome back. Thanks to the power of movie magic, my coffee is still warm. Really quick, we gotta pause. Look at how cute Rumi is. I'm trying to do business. I love my son. He's so cute. Anyway, did you enjoy your time? Please return all seats in the upright position and your trays in the... That was a vlog. Some things happened. We made a cake. Funnily enough, Brene Brown was onto something because with my second batch of cake, I didn't check on it every 5 minutes and it came out way better. So letting go of the need for certainty was proven in my real life. Anyway, let's do a quick reading review. We read 3 books in this video. Let's discuss from least to most favoriteest. Unfortunately, the Book of Goose was my least favorite book from this video. This book is about 2 friends who are 13, 14 years old, and they're writing these very macabre stories together. They befriend this old man to help publish their books. One of them goes to a school far away. I thought that this writing was truly out of this world. I absolutely love this author's flavor and voice. However, the story was a snooze fest to me. It was so forgettable. The pacing was very strange, and I just never really understood why we were doing what we were doing or going where we were going. But I just think this needed a little bit more tightening, a little more editing, because the writing was immaculate. Also, still wins best cover ever. Coming up for second best is The Afro-Minimalist Guide to Living with Less. This was such a cohesive, yet a book that respects your time about minimalism and how to approach minimalism through a more intersectional lens, which is something that I've never seen online. Most minimalists I see are very wealthy white people, and this just helped me understand how to live with more intention in my own life, following my own beat. This was damn good. There were also activities in here that you can do to go through your things, to navigate your emotions that come alongside owning stuff. This was great. And the shining star of this video, in my humble opinion, was The Gifts of Imperfection by Brene Brown. This was such a handy little ditty. I love when self-help books have activities that you can actually do. Your girl loves homework. There's a quiz that you can take and you can continue to take to see how you're improving in these 10 guideposts that she lays out for you. It was all just very clear. It was very readable. It was very inspiring. This is definitely one of my favorite self-help books that I've ever read. Thank you so much to Sally for recommending this one to me and reading it with me. I genuinely would have never heard of it if it weren't for you. I thought it was incredible. Very helpful. Woo. And that is that. We got a tattoo. We got a chair. We got through some sickness. We got some stuff done. This was a vlog, right? We got 3 big thank yous. The first one being, thank you so much, Atlas Coffee Club, for sponsoring today's video. Remember, if you would like to join the club and get 50% off your first bag of coffee, you can click the link in the description box below and use the code AllisonPages and reap them benefits. And another huge thank you to everyone who was so kind and supportive for me having to miss a video last week. I can't promise that it'll never happen again. You know, I've got health complications, chronic pain, chronic fatigue, migraines, good old splash of autism. You know how it is. But just thank you for letting me be all of those things and still have employment. But specifically, thank you to everyone on patreon.com who make it possible for me to call this my employment. It's strictly because of y'all that I can call this my job. It's entirely thanks to y'all that I'm able to upload as frequently as I do. Endlessly thankful to everyone on there forever and all times. And as always, thank you for clicking, thank you for caring, and thank you for being nice. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!